and saw that damn box of dog biscuits sitting there on the sideboard, I sat down and cried like a baby. God, by God, it was awful. I couldn't forgive him or like him, but I saw that what he had done was, to him, entirely justified. It was all very careless and confused. They were careless people, Tom and Daisy. They smashed up things and creatures and then retreated back into their money, or their vast carelessness, or whatever it was that kept them together, and let other people clean up the mess they had made. I shook hands with him. It seemed silly not to, for I felt suddenly as though I were talking to a child. He then went into the jewelry store to buy a pearl necklace, or perhaps only a pair of cuff buttons, rid of my provincial squeamishness forever. Gatsby's house was still empty when I left. The grass on his lawn had grown as long as mine. One of the taxi drivers in the village never took a fare past the entrance without stopping for a minute and pointing inside. Perhaps it was he who drove Daisy and Gatsby over to West Egg the night of the accident, and perhaps he made a story about it all his own. I didn't want to hear it, and I avoided him when I got off the train. I spent my Saturday nights in New York because those gleaming, dazzling parties of his with me so vividly that I could still hear the music and the laughter, faint and incessant, from his garden and the cars going up and down his drive. One night, I did hear a material car there, and saw its lights stop at his front steps, but I didn't investigate. Probably it was some final guest who had been away at the hands of the earth and didn't know that the party was over. On the last night, with my trunk packed in my old car to the grocer, trunk packed and my car sold to the grocer, I went over and looked at the huge incoherent failure of a house once more. On the white steps